this is the part where you get to say, it's always got to be about him. Even when he's talking about somebody's obituary, it's always got to be about him. But it's not all about me. I was just looking at the obituary a good friend of mine had sent to me that he'd found. And I found it to be very nice. I'm reading through it. I haven't finished it. Well, hell, if it's gonna all be about me. I might as well look good. Cigarette went out. And I didn't get any further past the part in the obituary where it says he is survived by his 4 children, and it names us and who we're with and who just, you know, shows things like that. It's common. But when I got to the bottom of that, I went back to the top of that paragraph, and it says, old AJ is survived by his 4 children. What amazes me most is that he had any children at all. He was always falling down off the barn, getting caught in shit, you know, stuff old Polacks too. He said he landed right next to a pitchfork falling off out of the mouth at one time. It was sticking up. Yeah. And once at somebody's wedding or a reception, some kind of graduation party, something I don't remember, with good family friends, people we've known, I've known them since before I know them. There are videos that I don't remember. Or so it seems. We're there and talking about how my dad's just so strict. He said, I never did that. I never did that. That was one of the things he always said. You don't need to be doing it. Well, you must have. I never did that. That's, yeah. And then there's good family friend, a guy that had died and I dreamed came back, and everybody shunned him because he wasn't supposed to be here. He didn't look bad. He's like, he tells you he never did that, because this is what people do when they're old enough to drink. They talk. And he says, I remember the one time we were out at so-and-so's barn. We were having a party, and there he is. There's Al. He's climbing the windmill, and he's up at the top of the windmill, and his belt got caught in the windmill, and he almost died. And this is the shit that I come from. This is why I asked my grandpa, his dad, what did you do for fun when you were a kid? Huh? I said, what'd you do for fun when you were a kid? He was so old, his hearing was bad. Sit there without his fucking shirt on. Just, it's a real treat looking back to be able to see just an aged old man. It's something out of a Metallica video. And he's got himself an old Milwaukee, a warm one. And saying they didn't have any fun, but my dad did, and all his boys did. They were always wrecking each other's cars, rolling them over. So my dad was doing all this shit. And through the years, he told me a lot of the good stuff, you know? But, it's amazing there are 4 of us at all. But I had one of those moments that struck me reading Aloysius is survived by his 4 children. It struck me there. It was like, it's amazing. It doesn't say by 3 children preceded by Archie, you know. It really is. I mean, I've had so many near-to-death experiences, and I have to make sure you understand there's a difference between a near-to-death experience and a near-death experience. And I'll get even further than that in a moment. Just about a moment. 90 seconds. English measure of time. Clock's ticking. Near to death is just like you were very close to getting fucking killed. You're in that moment, you're like, whoa, everything's focused. And you're focusing, you're paying attention, and you're making the best decision you can come up with at the moment. And it fucking saves your life every time, and you come out of it going, because there's nothing that feels so good as almost dying. I said it before. That's a near-to-death experience. And then you get the near-death experience when people have the fucking tunnels and the shit, and they, you know, ooh, come to us, and you're fucking flying over the fields, and there's the old farmhouse, and you're fucking laying, and you walk, the door opens, people cooking in the kitchen, it's all your family members, everybody you ever loved is in there, and everybody's just so fucking happy to see you, and you go, this looks fucking boring, and you leave. That's a near-death experience. But I have had what I call, I don't know if anybody calls it this or not, with death experience. I've had the fucking guy putting his hand on my fucking, and me sucking out and fucking being in the top of the room and fucking feeling so peaceful and serene. I've never felt anything so peaceful like this in my life. And it reaches down and it's about to touch you. You see yourself down there with your eyes open, lying on the bed, and this fucking guy's reaching for you. And you go back in, and you see the fucking hand come down. And it touches your eyelids with its cold, dry hands. And it closes them. And you go, you got fucking sleep paralysis, these night terror things. You fly back up. Why does it take so long to get back up? Because your fucking soul has just come back into your fucking body and you're trying to connect. What the fuck is going on? And you leap up, hit the lights, there's nobody there. And then the fucking Guns N' Roses tape proves otherwise in the morning. But that's a with-death experience. It just amazes me. And it's not about me. It makes me so happy that in his obituary, for his sake and my mother's, survived by their 4 children, we all made it.